Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is my first ever YouTube video. If you're here, thank you so much. Make sure you leave a like below and comment any questions for further videos to come. My name is Mariah. That is my real name, and this channel is gonna go by Skyla Baby because that is my dancer name. That's what I go by at work and at the club, and I love it. It's so cute, and a lot of people are like, oh, Skyla fits you like so well. I'm Skyla. Nice to meet you guys. And today, as you can see by the title, my first video is going to be about how I became a stripper, dancer, exotic dancer, whatever you want to call it. I don't really put it as like a label. If anyone asks me what I do, I just say that I'm a dancer. I don't really get into the specifics because it really doesn't matter in my opinion. This year, guys, has been a crazy one. I really don't even know where to start. So it's kind of gonna be a little bit of a story time, obviously, because I'm telling you guys how I started. I started back in 2019 in, I want to say, July, early September. So how I started was, should I give you guys a little background on myself first? Okay, first, before I even jump into that, I'm gonna give you just the quick facts about myself. I already told you my name. I am 21 years old. I'm a Capricorn. My birthday is January 6th. I live in California in Huntington Beach. Kind of like grew up here forever. Well, Garden Grove, but then I like moved over here. I have a fiance that I've been dating for 3 years, and wedding is to come soon. And if you guys want, go check out our couples channel. It'll be linked down below. We kind of stopped filming. We have like 1,500 subscribers, but we're trying to come back slowly. I'm just trying to get everything in check. I'm trying to get into an apartment and this and that. If you want to go check out that channel, feel free to do so. I have a dog. His name is Buddy. He's a golden retriever lab. He's not in here right now. I wish he was, but maybe like in another video I'll show you him. He's super cute. Back to what I was saying. Sorry guys, you guys are gonna learn this about me like throughout this YouTube channel. I have like really bad ADHD and I just like jump all over the place from like topic to topic. It's really bad, so I'm sorry if I ramble, but I'm trying my best not to. Okay, let's get on track now. So I started dancing last year. Yes, I've been dancing for a full year and I love it. Literally love my life, and I'm so glad that I started. Like, I don't regret it at all. What made me start ultimately was the job that I was in last year. Like, I just hated my life. I was in, I don't know if you guys know about like dispensaries and how that career works, but it's just, I was working in dispensaries, so you know, like weed, and damn, if I was monetized this shit, I would be not getting paid for sure. I just hated it. They would overwork me. I would literally work 16-hour shifts. So I'm talking, I would wake up, have to be there at 8 in the morning, get off around midnight. Like, I was there all freaking day. I would go home and then be right back there. So I literally felt like I lived at work. It was just super unhealthy for me. I was exhausted. It was making me sick because I would, like, you know, your body needs sleep, and I just really hated it. Also, it's kind of just a crappy environment to work in. The girls, they're kind of not so nice. They're catty, and I just hated my life, honestly. I took a trip to Vegas. I went to Vegas for a long-term friend's wedding. I was her maid of honor. For that trip, I rented a charger. And literally, guys, this is gonna sound so ridiculous, but ever since that trip, I like fell in love with that car. Like that car, like after giving it back to Enterprise or wherever it was that we rented the car from, I told my fiance, I was like, I'm gonna have this car one day. Like, I'm gonna own this car, and I'm gonna own this car soon. One thing about me, guys, is I'm a total go-getter. Like, once I say like I'm gonna have something, I'm gonna have it. So I did just all this crazy thinking. I was like, I want that car. Like, I couldn't get it off my mind. And I was like, what can I do to get that car? Like, I will do like anything. Like, I want to make bank, I want to make money. And I was like, you know, just looking at like basic jobs, and I was like, well, this is never going to get me there. Like, this is never going to get me that car, a 9 to 5. Like, no way. That'll take me at least a year. I one day just came across this YouTube video. I don't remember the girl's name or like her channel name, but it was like about dancing, stripping, and I was like, I watched the whole thing. I was so like, just like watching her count her money, and I was so inspired, and I was like, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that. I have to do that. Like, that's how I'm gonna get my car. And from that day, like, I literally just watched YouTube after YouTube video, TikTok, Instagram. Like, I was just researching all these girls that like did this and what I need, how to basically be prepared, because I didn't know one thing about dancing, like not one thing. I like took the money that I had at that time and I went out. I think I bought like literally the most simplest outfit and a pair of heels. I looked up clubs in the area like around me. There were tons and tons of clubs because I live in Orange County. There's just clubs in Orange County and LA County, like they're everywhere. So I had like tons to choose from. I did my research. I talked to some other girls, and I went to this club over in Inland Empire. It was a drive like at least 45 minutes like every day. I was like literally terrified, guys. Like, I'm not even kidding. I would go there. I literally, like the first day that I went there, I literally went there and I sat in my car and I like wouldn't get out of the car. I was like all like head to toe, makeup and hair done, audition ready, but for some reason like I could just not get myself to get out of my car. I was just scared. I was alone. Like I was just terrified. I was just thinking the worst, and I tend to do that because I'm a perfectionist. I overthink things. I have severe anxiety, just like a ton of things. I was like, oh, I can't do this. I was like psyching myself out basically. I left, and literally, guys, I'm not kidding, this is gonna sound like so crazy, but for like the next 2 weeks I would do that. I would get ready, drive there, sit in my car, wouldn't get out, and then go all the way back home. I know, crazy, right? But that's what I was like. I was just so scared. I was like, I can't do this, I can't do this. And then I was like, oh my god, girl, come on, like just get out of your car and go. Like, it was like the final time. I was like, I'm just going, like enough of this, you know? So I finally did it. I did an audition and I got hired. And girl, let me tell you, for all you baby strippers out there, it's gonna, like, your first time's terrifying. And oh my god, if you're anything like me, like, I'll give you guys tips and tricks in my future videos to come, but I didn't know what I was doing up there. I was just winging it, like doing what I thought was like sexy. I had no clue what I was doing, but I'm sure I looked like an idiot and the girls were like laughing at me, but I don't care. After that, like, at least I got hired, you know, that's all that mattered. So I worked and it was cool. After like 2 days I was like, like, I don't know what it was. The club was just not for me. I felt kind of like dirty, like just that club alone. Like, dude, I've been to a bunch of different clubs, but that specific one was just not like kind of like my standards. Is like what I was looking for, which is okay, because you know, you're gonna club hop and like eventually find the perfect place that's for you. Then I went to a different club which was way closer to me. Immediately I felt the difference when I walked in the door there. The manager was like super sweet to me. He liked my look. He said I was like super pretty. And like, with that being said, I didn't even have to audition. He just took me to the back and he was like, here's a packet, and I filled out like the paperwork. Next thing you know, I was in the dressing room. He was like, get dressed and like go up. And keep in mind, this was when like I was a baby, guys. Like, I didn't know anything, so I went day shift. Like, I think I probably got to the club around like 11 a.m. because I didn't want to be there at night, and like there's a bunch of girls and feel like kind of intimidated. So I took it slow and I started day shift in the beginning, which was like cool, and I would make good money. I went in the back, I changed, and then I like went up on the floor, and whoa, like I just felt so like, I was like, wow, I'm really here, like I'm doing this. And I felt right at home. The club was super clean and beautiful, literally elegant looking. Like I loved it. The girls were like coming up to me and talking to me, and I was like, wow, like yes, this is the one. So I worked that full day shift. I don't remember how much I made, maybe like $200, because obviously it was like my first day, but I loved it. And literally guys, ever since there, I stayed at that club for about 8 months, and I literally grew a family there. Like to this day, I talk to numerous girls from there. Those are just so much good memories, and I literally love my life. Like I said, I did get my new car. I did get the Charger. People always think I'm bragging, but it's just like, I'm not bragging, it's just an accomplishment to me because I wanted it so badly, and I worked my ass off, literally my ass off, for the car. And when I got it at the dealership, like that was just the best feeling ever. And from that moment, like everything just went up from there. Like I got my car, and then literally guys, 6 months from there, in January, literally 2 weeks after my birthday, I decided I didn't want to live in California anymore because it's very expensive to live here. I wanted my own first apartment, and I was like, I just didn't think it was realistic for me to get one here in Cali. And I looked into Arizona, and it was so beautiful, and the prices were like, the rent prices were perfect for me. So I like talked to my fiance like distinctively for like the past 3 weeks, and we were like, okay, like let's just pack up. We went out there, we drove out there, and we stayed in a like resort type of thing, and just to get like the feel of it, because I wasn't just gonna apply for an apartment, get approved, and then pick up and go out there. I wanted to go out there, get a feel for it, stay for a week, and then decide. I also wanted to like tour the apartment that I wanted to move into, and I also wanted to try out the clubs and like make sure I would even get hired before I like moved out there. So basically it was just like a preparation, like just kind of like see how Arizona was type of trip, I guess you could call it. When we were out there, I think I went to 5 different clubs. They said, I think 2 to 3 of them I got hired at, which was good, because that means like if we did get approved for the apartment, I would have a for sure job out there. So what ended up happening was, after I got hired, literally the day that we were supposed to drive back to California, we did get approved for the apartment. So we came back here, emailed the landlord saying like our move-in date. Guys, like we literally came back to Cali and packed up all of our stuff in 2 days, and we were right back out in Arizona. Everything was good. And then COVID striked. So when COVID happened, my club got shut down. All clubs got shut down. Everything got shut down. And it was like my first experience being on my own, especially out of state. I had literally nobody except my dog and my fiance. I didn't know anybody out there. Yes, I made friends, but like my real friends and my family, they're all here in California. When that happened, and how was I supposed to know that I was gonna move across state and then like a global pandemic was gonna hit, you know? So I just wasn't prepared. I didn't have savings. I was just like out there living my life, you know, like making sure I had the rent and all my other bills. I wasn't like, oh, I need to have like 10K like saved away because we're gonna have this pandemic and my work's gonna get shut down. You know, I had no idea. So when that happened, I wasn't getting approved for unemployment. My boyfriend, or if I could talk. My fiance wasn't getting approved for it either. So at that point, we just like knew we weren't going to be able to stay there. We called up his mom. She came out, helped us pack. We terminated our lease and drove all the way back to Cali. And now I'm back here, and I'm in the same place that I was before I moved out there, because we just moved back in with his mom. Like, I'm very fortunate and lucky that we have her, and like she took us back in, and So I'm back here and now I'm working at a different club. It's currently one of the only clubs that are open in Orange County. I mean, there are other clubs, but like I love the club that I'm at now. I love it. I don't know how long I'm gonna be dancing for, but yeah, that's kind of just how I started in my year and everything that's happened. In my next video, guys, I'm going to be doing a Q&A because I know a lot of you females out there have questions about pretty much everything, like whether you want to get started or a bunch of variety of different questions that I'd love to answer for you guys. So make sure you guys are following my Instagram. My Instagram's going to be right here. No, wait, right here. So make sure you go and follow me. I will be doing like, what are those things called? The poll. I don't know what they're called. Like where I put like, it's like anonymous and I'm gonna say like to ask me questions, and that's gonna be my next video is the Q&A. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Like I said in the beginning, if you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and I'll be catching you guys very soon. Peace.